Let's pass on to the next topic, correlation of the forest with environment. Importance of forest. How does forest protect our environment? Forest influence climate as they control humidity and temperature, brings rainfall or precipitation. Controlling atmospheric pollution by absorbing atmospheric carbon dioxide. So the green belt or the stretch of forest helps in maintaining the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. As you all know that if the carbon dioxide increase in the atmosphere, it can cause global warming. So hence the natural vegetation or the stretch of forest plays a very important role in controlling global warming. Forest also helps in controlling flood and conserving soil, maintaining water level in the underground water, increase the nutritive value by adding humus to the soil. So these are all the importance of forest. These points can be kept in mind as a general question in board examination can be asked, asking you to list some of the importance of forest. A general question asking you to define what is conservation. So forest conservation means is planning and maintaining forested area, the benefits and sustainability of future generation. I mean to say that maintaining forest, protecting forest is forest conservation to ensure the forest resources for the forthcoming generation. And as you all know that due to the increasing population which has led to urbanization, and this is leading to the decline of forest. So there are various reasons why the forests are becoming less. Number one, forest is cleared for agriculture due to growing demands for the food. Then conversion of forest into pasture due to expanding dairy farming as there is a great demand for milk due to the young population. There is also an increasing demand for timber for industrialization and urbanization, submergence of forest due to construction of multi-purpose projects. Forests along the river valleys are disappearing because of the construction of multi-purpose projects. So these are all various causes which has led to the decline of natural vegetation or the forest belt. There can be another question, what are the various impact or what are the adverse effect of declining forest? So decline in the forest productivity, decline in forest can result in soil erosion, silting of rivers causing floods, destruction of property, reduction in precipitation causing floods, increase in greenhouse effect due to over accumulation of carbon dioxide. These are all the various adverse consequences due to the declining forest. So keeping this in mind, so there are certain measures which has been initiated by the government to conserve forest, like increasing forest by massive tree plantation, planting trees along degraded lands. Degraded lands means those lands which are no more suitable for growing crops or practicing agriculture. Afforestation around industrial units to purify air having iron dust. As we all know that iron and steel industries produce enormous smoke polluting the atmosphere. So planting trees around the iron and steel industries can control atmospheric pollution. Stopping indiscriminate felling of trees, establishing corridors between different reserve forests to allow migration of wild animals, using alternative source of energy, use of non-conventional source of energy can save existing forest, implementation of proper legislation to check deforestation. People's participation is very important. People can volunteer themselves planting trees along the barren stretch of land to increase the green belt, which can be termed or which has been celebrated as Vana Mahotsava or afforestation or reforestation. and development of badlands and barren lands into the vegetation. So this can definitely help in maintaining the green belt on the earth and to ensure sustenance in the life in future. There are various programs being initiated by the government keeping in mind the conservation of forest. For example, like you have national forest policy. This is important board examination point of view. They usually ask 2 mark question to list 2 main aims of national forest policy. It is to safeguard the ecological balance and sustainable management of forest, to conserve soil and prevent degradation of land, to protect wildlife, to promote agro and farm forestry, adopting RED plus, that means reducing emission from deforestation and forest degradation plus, to minimize the impact of climatic changes. So please bear first 3 points in mind. Social forestry, which means the management and protection of forest and afforestation on barren lands or the lands which are no more suitable for agriculture, and their main aims are to satisfy the needs and wants of the people and the government, to reduce pressure on natural forest. This is a very, very important point, please bear in mind. To restore, relocate, and reorganize existing forest land, to develop socio-economic structure, to provide fuel, wood, fodder for the cattle, timber, and minor forest products, to develop cottage industries, important, to conserve soil and water. These are all the generalized versions. So among these points, you can please keep in mind to satisfy needs and wants of people and the government, to reduce pressure on natural forest, and to develop cottage industries and to conserve soil and water. These 4 points can be kept in mind with regards to the board exam. And as you all know that usually people visit forest area for recreation. So this also contributes to the development of tourism. The next one is agroforestry, which is an intermediate stage between agriculture and forestry, which means growing of crops along with the forest products. It refers to the sustainable system of managing land through combined production of agricultural products along with forest crops. Their main aims are to reduce pressure on natural forest, to check soil erosion, to maintain ecological balance is very important, to make the best use of natural forest and its products. So National Forest Policy, Social Forestry, and Agroforestry are the 3 programs or initiatives being taken by the government to protect or conserve forest and to ensure that the forest resources are made available for the future generation. So, dear students, hereby we come to the end of this chapter and we'll be passing on to a new topic in our next session, and further briefing will be given of for what you have to do at home for those chapters or those topics which has been completed.